up and coming possible things we're looking at maybe adding in slash want to add in, see what folks think about it. Plus just giving you guys a general heads up what's going on. Just like anything else, without the players, we really don't have servers. So, we want to let you guys know. We want to talk to you guys. We want to have all that fun kind of stuff. And also, close to the end, we kind of do a Q&A. So if you guys have questions for us, try and save those more toward the end. And we'll get to those. We'll let you guys either type it out in chat so we can read it there, or if you want to stand up and actually, speak on the stage, we handle that and get you guys up here to ask your question up on the stage with us, quote unquote, and go from there.
All right, I'm good to go.
Cool.
All right, so for those,
I figured out your opening speech, so
good enough. Appreciate it. All right, so those that don't know, I'm streaming this. The stream is basically just Discord right now, but after the meeting is over, I'll be showing the new map that we're working on, and I will also be showing 2 other things that I haven't told you all about. So just stand by for a sneak peek and a surprise. Yeah, and I'm not sick for once. Give me a minute. I'll probably choke on something at some point. That's a meeting regular. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so while the meeting's going on, feel free to post memes or just chat and talk a bunch of shit in this meeting channel right here. We do watch it, but we're not taking questions from that just yet. When the Q&A section of the meeting starts, we will slow this channel down, and then we will ask everybody to chill with all the memes and all the funny stuff, so we can see people's questions better. But for now, feel free to, post feet pics or whatever the hell you want to do. Please don't post feet pics, by the way. That's disgusting. Ugh. Anyway, like Drex said, I just go down a list of notes that I make throughout the month. And then we go to any other admins. They may have some stuff they want to bring up. That is so disgusting. And then we pass it on to the players for the Q&A. And then we go to the map showcase and the other things I want to show. So let's get started. First note I have. I can't really see who all's in this channel right now other than admins. So I don't know if any of you are even in this channel right now. But for those who are around in June of 2021 and pitched in to buy me a vacation for my birthday, I just took it last week and it was fucking amazing. So thank you all so much. Hell, when it's Aliana's turn to speak, maybe I'll tab out and post some of my pictures from vacation. I had a great time. It was absolutely amazing. It was beautiful. Snow, make everything look like a postcard, but not enough snow to shut down the roads. So it was literally perfect. Literally perfect. We went to the Biltmore and like Asheville and all that stuff up there. So yeah, it was absolutely amazing. We didn't take the dog with us, so we just had some nice, me and my wife time. So I appreciate it. To all of you who bought me that vacation, it was amazing. Mountain Juice, I didn't know you lived in Asheville. I would have come and visited you, man. Seriously. Well, we're gonna go back in the spring, Mountain Juice. So maybe I'll hit you up if that's truly where you live. And actually, Smelton, I plan on taking her to like Rock City and Gatlinburg and all that stuff because I found out she's never been. So yeah, we're gonna have Mountain Juice and tea collab. Anyway, I just want to thank you guys. Seriously, like I said, I don't even remember who all was in this channel from back then, but thank you so much for that vacation. I really needed it, and it was really fun. On to the next one. Okay, so I don't even remember what sparked this note. Yeah, I honestly, I don't know this. And if any other admins want to chime in on this one, it's just I really want to give an overview of all the what all we do behind the scenes. Like, what do we do? What do the admins do? And why sometimes, do we get irritable or do we get cranky with certain tickets and certain issues we have to deal with? And I really think, other than people that have become staff here, and hell, some even ex-admins that found out how hard it really was, I don't think that they really realize how much work we actually put in. And by the way, this is going to sound like a huge, tooting our own horn, patting ourselves on the back speech right here. But I promise you, it's not meant to be. It's really meant to be an eye-opener. I've played on a lot of Rust servers. I've played Rust for a while, and I'm sure most of you have too. And I'm going to tell you right now that you are not going to find another server out there that has admins that are, as quick acting as we are, as attentive to, player issues as we are. I mean, we patch things immediately. Again, last meeting I gave that speech about how when the server started shitting the bed, we had you guys a brand new Deddy within 24 hours. Like we're on the ball here. And again, I'm not trying to come off like a pat ourselves on the back kind of thing, but I really don't think players realize that, because we get people all the time with tickets where they did something stupid or they did something that was completely their fault, and they rip us a new one, and it's like,
IT suddenly cuts out and disappears from Discord entirely.
am I not here?
You're here, or you just stopped talking.
Oh, I was still holding my button down. That's weird. What was the last thing you heard?
Welcome to the server meeting. You've been gone for like 15 minutes.
No.
Jesus
It was only like the last 30 seconds.
Okay, it scared the shit out of me. That's weird though. I'm here. Anyway, the point being is you're just not gonna, they get mad and I'm gonna go find another server if you don't, give me back my 178 rockets I swear I had in my bag, and I jumped out of my minicopter at 300 meters in the air and I died, and I want you to give it back to me now. Like, it's like, then go find the other server, because honestly, you're gonna come back here. You're not gonna find another server that provides this much support, and this much, like just the attention to detail. What was that?
Jesus. That was me.
Oh. For example, the maps. I know a lot of people think that we just, you guys just buy a map and you put a couple things on. No. I'm actually going to show you the admin Discord for a second here. If anybody's watching the stream, you're about to get a behind the scenes peek. Aliana, which map channel do you think I should hit?
I mean, any of them?
Right?
Show them the most recent.
And again, this is not a toot your own horn thing. This is just a...
Just don't show all the dick pics that we have.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid the dick pic.
Yeah, please.
So this is just an example of the kind of stuff we go through. So this is a bought map. This is a professionally made map that should have been perfect from the get-go. It cost us more money than buying the game of Rust more than once. That's how much these maps cost. And this is the work we put into it. I want you guys watching the stream just to look as I scroll through here.
That list is also missing the 2.5 hours of us resetting the server to fix that hole.
Yeah, that doesn't count that part. But just keep looking at the stream there. Look at all this stuff that we have to fix, we have to add, that we have to rework. I mean, we literally, if you look back up here, we go through the monuments. We make sure what we got vanilla, what we got custom. We have spreadsheets. We document how many green, blue, and red cards drop and how many green, blue, and red cards are used, so that there's an even distribution. We then rate the monuments on difficulty scales so that we have a in-game progression to where you guys can, hit easy monuments and hit medium monuments and hit the hard monuments and blah, blah, blah. We make sure we have raid-based spawns. We make sure every little crack, every little hole. As you can see right now in the stream, there's a checklist right here of all the things we have to go through to make sure they're perfect. I mean, look at this. It just goes and goes and goes and goes. And I can literally talk and it just keeps scrolling forever. It's still going. This is just one map. And this is actually, Aliana, if you remember when we got this specific map, we were like, wow, this is one of the best made maps we've seen. Like,
Lost World was one of the best maps that we'd ever gotten, as far as being ready to go.
I'm literally showing you guys the least amount of work that we've done on a map. Like, look, there's the monument thing right there. You can see all the card drops, all the checklist stuff we go. I mean, this is all us. This is all what we do. So when you go to those other servers, like, oh, well, I'll go to another server. They run the same map. Well, I guarantee you they're not running the same map. We put a lot of work into this stuff, as you can see, because I'm still scrolling. And again, the point here isn't to, toot our own horn. The point is, give us some slack and realize that we're all humans. We're all adults. We all have full-time jobs. We all have, well, not all of us, but some of us have families and kids and stuff like we're people. And when we get tickets that are just so snooty and just mean to us, and demanding of, like, you better do this right now and do it how I want. Like, no, like, kiss my ass. Like, we put a lot of work into this. So just to make sure you guys understand, we put a lot of work into this server. And what are y'all posting memes about? Oh yeah, let's not don't put dick memes in there, please. Anyway, so we put a lot of work in this stuff. That's all I wanted to get out there was just, give us a little bit of slack if you don't mind. We realize that, you can get upset when things don't go your way, but ultimately it is a video game. We try our hardest, and if all else fails, I dare you to find a server that provides the amount of support that we provide. And like I said, like 30 times now, I'm not tooting my own horn. That's actually the staff. That's whose horn I'm tooting on that one, because these people, any time of the day, any time of the night, they jump on shit and they try to handle stuff. Slow mode doesn't happen until the Q&A part. My next note, learn how to use high walls. They do not work as well or in the same manner that you think they do. Half the time you are actually helping the enemy and not yourself. Maybe one of the admins that's better at PvP wants to pipe in on that one instead of me, but the point being is you people that are surrounding like your entire life with high walls, all you're doing is just lagging people out. You're not helping yourself for PvP day. High walls pretty much help. Actually, the admin raid the other night, I was actually purposely shooting one of our ice walls to try to blow it down because it was doing nothing but helping the raiders. So, putting high walls everywhere, you're actually helping the enemy. You're not helping yourself at all. So please, can we chill out with the high walls a little bit? Let's see. Yep. Yeah, and even worse is that base in particular isn't even a base. It's empty. It's all of that was for a quarry when you can literally just put one TC next to the quarry and it's now officially locked and nobody can touch it. So that is just pointless. And all it does is cause lag for other players.
Lies. That was a fully functional base. It had everything in it in a 2x2, and it was the best base in existence, except for the high walls.
Yeah. And ultimately, the high walls are doing nothing but helping the enemies. Okay, moving on to the next note. We will not delete other players' stuff at your request. I don't know what else to say about that. It's pretty much all there is to it. If you want us to delete something that doesn't belong to you, actually, well, anything, period, because if it belongs to you, you can delete it yourself. If you want us to delete something, we're not going to do it, period. I don't care if Jesus himself came to my house and said, hey, I really need you to delete that campfire for that guy. It's in his way. I'm not going to do it. Sorry, Jesus. It ain't happening. So just please stop putting those tickets in. It's just not going to happen, period. No questions, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Actually, no, Grim, I'm not really a religious person, so I wouldn't take that challenge. No, if it breaks our rules, we will handle it on our own. Yeah, if you find so if you find a 4-grid island covered in TCs and you say, hey, can you delete these TCs? Yeah, we're going to review it as if it's breaking the rules. What I'm saying is we get players that are like, hey, there's a campfire in my way and I'm trying to expand my 75 foundation base even further. Can you delete the campfire so that I can expand even more? No, we're not going to delete. Well, it's pointless. It doesn't need a campfire. Well, it doesn't matter. No, we're not deleting it.
So quick story time, folks. We had a player once that sat there and bitched and moaned. There is a sleeping bag that they built around. They had literally a 1 square foundation hole in their base because there's a sleeping bag. And, we sat there. The guy was brand new. He's like, well, why can't you delete it? It's like, because we're not going to delete it. Just like if you have a sleeping bag out in the world, we're not going to delete that. So, same idea. We're not going to go to other people's stuff with either A, we need express permission from that player. So if you're like, hey, I got this wall in my base that I don't know how it got there. I need like 17 different forms, all saying okay. And then Jesus also has to come down and tell me. So.
Yeah,
So just.
I'm sorry, T. If I
No,
could
go ahead.
just expand on that just a little bit. So It comes up every now and then. I just want to call out when it comes to like our level of involvement of what we'll do when it comes to you and player X. The Rust logs suck. We actually run other plugins to be able to get better logs, and they're still not very good. Which is why when you break your team and you're not clanned up and you can't get access into the boxes that you didn't place, we don't help. With that kind of stuff, we have no idea who owns what, who placed what. You know, half the time I go and look at those, it looks like it's all player A's stuff and player B is just there inside and has no auth on anything. We have no way of knowing, and to engage ourselves in that would only put us in a situation where we contribute to the potential drama that can happen from that. So you know, just please understand, you know, it's your responsibility to do that. If you're going to be hopping around in teams while you're living with someone else, make sure that you share the resources with one another, or use the clan system, which you should be using anyway. You know, we have, you guys have to help yourselves on those kinds of things, because we have rules about that kind of stuff because of bad times that we have done them and it's just gone the wrong way. Sorry, I just wanted to add that in.
Oh, you're fine. I was throwing up in my mouth anyway from that picture. All right. Moving on to the next one. We will not tell other players to move their base if it is not violating our rules. Same concept here. Like, we get players submitting tickets like, this guy built too close to me. Can you tell him to move? Like, no. You know, what if the opposite were true and somebody was telling you to move, and an admin came and said, hey, you got to pack up your whole base and put it somewhere else because this guy doesn't like it. No, we don't get involved in that kind of stuff. We ask people to spread out. If they listen, they listen. If they don't, they don't. They never do. So I don't know what the point is, but we're not telling other people to move their bases. All that's going to do is just make that person leave our server and never come back. And that's not what we're here to do. We're here to keep players, not get rid of them. You're more than welcome to go talk to the player yourself. I agree. It's a dick move. I'm honestly really sick and tired of seeing how close people are building to each other, but it's not in our rules. Nothing we can do about it. And we will not get involved in that kind of dispute.
You can also protect yourselves from this by putting up external TCs. You don't need to put 1,000 of them, but
Again,
like 4 or 5.
Just to rehash on that rule, external TCs, you can have a ring around your base, but they need to be pressed up against your current building privilege. In other words, pull out your building planner, walk until you see that you don't have building priv anymore, and that's where you can place another TC. One layer of external TCs around your base, pressed up against your building privilege. Those are allowed. More than that, like what I saw just now in main 1 with people blocking off entire islands and stuff, we do not allow. Yeah, main 2 has less players, so they don't deal with it as much. All right, moving on to the next note. Sorry, I read these first just to make sure I wasn't in a really bad mood that day and write something outlandish. Like, yeah, fuck this guy. I always read it first.
That's a step forward.
Right. You can tell this was all in the same day. We will not move your teammates so that you can build or move or whatever. We are not your Uber. Believe it or not, we had multiple tickets just recently of, can you, hey, I moved bases. Can you move my teammate to the new base? Or, hey, can you move my teammate here? No, we're not Uber. Tell your teammate to log his ass in and move himself. Yeah, this comes up every meeting, literally every meeting.
Yeah, it's one thing to move the random jackass that like found his way on your porch. It's another thing to move like someone that's been on our server for multiple times and like logs in constantly.
Yeah, if you get a rando that logged off on your front porch, we'll move him for you, no problem. But we're not going to move your teammate because you guys are relocating and you want us to be your Uber and he's not online right now. That's just not how this works.
As I'll throw the joke, T is not a rando. I'm not going to put in a ticket to have T move.
You can move me all you want. All right.
That's an entirely different story.
Giggity. All right, next note. And most importantly, threatening to play on another server if we do not do what you ask of us is literally the easiest way to get us to never help you, even if it is something we would normally help you with. We get threatened with this, I want to say daily. It's at least a couple times a week. Maybe not daily, but it's at least a couple times a week. If you don't do this or that or blah, 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 I'm going to go play on another server. Then go play on a damn other server, honestly. Like, I'm here to keep players and I'd love to have players, but I'm not here to sit there and get abused. Like, I didn't start the server to take abuse. I started the server so people could have a fun and comfortable place to play Rust. So yeah, if you want to take your ball and go home, take your damn ball and go home then. Plenty of other balls here. Yeah, I can't stand that comment. So yeah, I hate to have to bring it up, but yeah, if you're going to threaten me to go play on another server, that's the end of the ticket right there. You can ask. Well, you probably can't ask them. They probably don't play here anymore. But you can ask people. Once that comes out, I usually just close the ticket. I don't have anything else to say to you at that time. Okay, explain for the 450th time how loot works on raid bases and why the TC can be empty. I cannot believe I have to explain this again, but here we go. Every tier of raid bases has a set amount of loot. These aren't the real numbers. I'm just spitting numbers off the top of my head because I don't have the config open right now. So let's say easies have 20, mediums have 30, hards have 50, blah, 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 items, right? We then have a giant loot table, and these are the things that can possibly spawn in a base. Each thing has the item, the minimum, and the maximum. So let's say AK-47. Obviously, the minimum is going to be 1. The maximum is going to be 1. We're not going to spawn a stack of those. But then let's say stone. That one may have like 5,000 minimum, 15,000 maximum. That means if it rolls stone as loot, it could be anywhere in between. It could be 7,240. Obviously, there's some shit on the loot tables that are not the most desirable things, and there's some shit that's really awesome. It has to be that way. Otherwise, you would just nonstop get top tier loot. We got to have some stuff in there you don't really care for as much, electronics and stuff like that. So when a raid base spawns, it rolls the dice. Let's say it's an easy, 20 items. It rolls the dice 20 times. So rolls the dice once, boom, AK-47, cool. Sort that into a box. It rolls the dice again, boom, fridge. Okay, sort that into a box. It rolls the dice again, stone, 5,000 stones. Cool. Oh, those could actually go into TC. Go ahead and sort those into a TC. Boom, next item. M39. Cool, sort that into a box. You see what I'm saying? It just rolls the dice 20 times, and for each item it picks, it puts it in the appropriate container. Now, riddle me this. What happens if all 20 of those items, none of them happen to have rolled resources? Anybody got the answer to that? That means the TC won't have any loot in it because all 20 items ended up being guns or grenades or something else that doesn't go in a TC. That's how the loot works. So I swear to God, we must have had 5 tickets in one day about, the raids are broken, the TC was empty, or the TC loot fell under the map. Well, how did you know there was loot in the TC? Well, I destroyed the TC and there was nothing there, so it must have fell under the map. Like, well, how do you know there was loot in it? Well, there has to be loot in it. This is actually from a ticket, by the way. Well, how do you know there was loot in it? Because every expert I do has loot in it. Well, that doesn't mean there's always going to be loot in the TC. I've done a lot of experts and they always have loot in the TCs. Like, I'm telling you how the plugin works. There's not a guarantee that there's going to be loot in the TC because if the expert, now granted, the reason you see it more often in experts is because experts have a lot more loot, and a lot more loot means a lot more chances for resources to be one of the things that were rolled, but still not a guarantee. And I swear to God, this guy literally was telling me, I'm telling you, that's not how this plugin works. You need to fix it because the TC was empty and it's not supposed to be. I'm telling you, experts always have loot in the TC. And I'm like, dude, I literally made this server. I'm telling you, that's not how that works. And he got, argued with me that I'm wrong and he's right and blah, blah. Anyway, the point being is you're not always going to have resources as loot, which means the TC can be empty. And honestly, you should consider that a good thing because that's a better chance you got guns or boom or something else. So everybody clear on how the TC loot works? So I don't have to explain this for the 451st time? Cool. Man, have at it. I can take a break. Didn't you have a second one? Oh. Then I must have skipped something because my next one starts about player complaining. But I will do that one right now. Okay, so. Oh, well, I kind of already covered this, but honestly, we can touch on what's happened since HDRP a little bit. We actually had a player complain that we don't give you guys enough new maps. So honestly, we before HDRP came out, I think we had 20 something maps done. And after what I just showed you in the map channel, you can see we put a lot of work into these. This is not just something where we just go download a map somewhere. Since HDRP, obviously we were really ramping up on map making because we had to make up for the fact that we had 20 plus maps and now we had 0 because FaceBunch nuked them all. But and now that things are finally starting to settle and we got, double-digit amount of maps done, we're still trying to push out a brand new map every month, which honestly, even that is more than we've ever done before. In the past, I promised players a new map at least every 6 weeks. So every other month, there would be a new map. Now we're doing a new map every month, and that's while running 4 servers, which takes a lot more time than back then when we only had one little server. So we I don't even know else how to get that across other than what I just showed you in that map channel of the amount of work we put into these maps. It is insane. I can tell you that it is pretty much an around-the-clock job for more than one admin. If you want to count the testers, it's an around-the-clock job for about half a dozen admins. It's no joke. It literally is no joke. We try. I'm sorry to the person who felt like we don't put out enough new maps for you guys and don't, and even worse is when we recycle maps, for instance, the one you're on right now or the one that's coming up on the Force Wipe, they're almost new anyway because we revamp them and change things and delete things and add new things. I think was it Aftermath or Novel, Aliana, we deleted like half the fucking map. Novel, yeah, the one you're on right now. Yeah, we deleted like half the map. Literally, I'm not kidding you. Logged in on day one, and Aliana was like, "You're not gonna like what I have to say, but here it is." And we deleted half the map and just started adding new stuff. So even the recycled maps are technically quote unquote new. So I mean, we're trying, people. We're trying. So again, I know that that's not the sentiment of 99.9% of you. So for me to bring it up is actually kind of shallow. But give us a break. Come on, we're trying. That just really struck me. It really kind of hurt my feelings when that player said that they were sick and tired of us using, the same maps over and over again. I'm like, what are you talking about? So anyway. Yeah, all the shit I showed you in that map channel did not include any of the plugin configurations we have to do for every single map. Just the bots alone. I can tell you can spend 12 hours making the bots, and then you go the next morning, you reboot the server, and you go to work on something else, and suddenly all the bots are just broken and gone, and you got to start over from scratch and do it all again. That's how bad some of the shit is that we have to work with to make this happen. It's not easy, and it's honestly very, very annoying. Anyway, moving on. Building too close to vanilla monuments could kill you while you are offline. Few of you have discovered that the hard way. Just because you can build close to a vanilla monument, they have their own built-in aura, like their own no-build zones and whatever the hell FaceBunch does with vanilla monuments, we can't touch, we cannot alter, we cannot tinker with, we cannot change, we can't do anything with. So all we can do is put the vanilla monuments on the map, period. That's all we can do. So wherever they let you build, that's up to FaceBunch. wherever the radius is that they kill you while you're offline because you're, I guess, sleeping at a monument, I guess is what it's considered. That's determined by Face Punch 2. There's nothing we can do about it. This is just my chance to advise all of you, build a little further away from vanilla monuments. Like I said, just because your building planner turns blue doesn't mean you should start plopping down a base. Just, be wise about it. We had multiple people get nuked this wipe because of that.
And just in case people didn't realize how it works, anything that's got a puzzle, when the puzzle resets, it's going to kill you if you were asleep in there. So the puzzle resets, you expect to be dead. That goes for most of the monuments, so like rig, power plant, any of those that have a puzzle involved. This does seem to also go to things that just have like green key cards, stuff like that. It's not like the delete effect of Bandit or Outpost, where Bandit or Outpost, if you log out there, it just deletes you and you're in. It just kills you. So if you're built too close and it kills you in your base, there's nothing we can do about it.
All right, y'all have to bear with me. This next note is a long one. I'm just going to read it.
That's mine that I already covered, I'm pretty
Oh, you already covered all that?
sure. Yeah.
Okay. Let me move on to the next one. I already pre-read that one. Hold on, I got to pre-read this one now. Oh, yeah. We have no logs of what you had. God, if I had a nickel for every time we had to explain this. Install Rust Plus. Let us know within 20 minutes of when you die, and we have a good chance of grabbing your stuff for you. After that, we have no shot. So, yeah, we must get at least a ticket a day. Someone dying offline or something like that, and they'll put it, or like, hey, my power went out, so I decided to go out for some steak burgers and fries while it was out, and I died, and I came back home. I noticed I died, but I decided to wait 4 more hours before I put a ticket in. Can I have my stuff back? No, that's not how this works. A lot of you can vouch for us. We are more than happy to jump. I've crawled out of bed in the middle of the night, and I'm sure other admins have too, just to help somebody who's like, power went out or internet went out and they were, flying a minicopter. I will absolutely do anything I can to jump out of bed in the middle of the night to help a player out, something that's not in their control, power went out, whatever. You got to put a ticket in though. I don't know. I can't read your mind. I don't know these things. And once it's gone, it's gone. Rust does not log that stuff. Rust does not track that stuff. We have no way of knowing that stuff. And we are not going to give you back stuff based on just what you say. So again, if something happened and you think you might be in an unsafe place out in the wilderness, or something happens and you died and you can't get back online and you want us to help you out, fine, put a ticket in. We will definitely check it out. Now, with that said, because I've said this before in meetings, we had a player try to game us. Y'all remember that one, I'm sure. Was that on Oil Rig or something? Is that where that was? I swear it was Oil Rig. I don't know. I think it was Oil Rig, but he was trying to game us, and he was he had like died on Oil Rig, so he like logged out and then put a ticket in. Like he couldn't get his stuff back. He didn't have any weapons. He like logged out and was like, "Oh yeah, my internet went out. I can't get back to my body," and blah blah blah. And like it was just like, it was so blatantly BS, like trying to like game us. So we'd go rescue his corpse for him. So that's not how that works. Also,
Yeah. But one of the few things that is logged is how you disconnect. We can tell.
Yep, and also can tell that you died literally right before you disconnected. Like, come on, we're not that stupid. Anyway. Okay, where's the informed players? I'm looking for it. Oh, I see it. Yeah. Inform players that it is against the rules to post, display, or SIL anything advertising something that isn't Zombieland. Other websites, other servers, other Discords. We don't allow that in game, in Discord, anywhere else that we control. Do not advertise things. If it's borderline or you don't know, put in a support ticket and ask us. I mean, don't get mad if we say no, because we probably will, but who knows? Maybe there's something out there that we wouldn't mind. But we do not allow any kind of advertise. Why does everybody keep telling me to drink honey and lemon and water and shit? Like, am I missing something? Did I cough? Like, what did I do? What did I do? I don't know. Anyway, we don't allow advertising streams, Discords, websites, other servers, any of that kind of crap. So please do not do that. I have eaten today, actually. I had one of those Wendy's bourbon burgers. Oh my God. Have you guys had those things?
Oh yeah.
They're like 1,100 calories. So literally, I'm not going to eat for a week now, but holy God, that is good. Oh, and my breath stinks, man. It's got onions in it. Oof.
Your dog probably loves you.
No, Coheed, nobody's told me I was beautiful today. I appreciate that. I'm 45 years old. I got to get told this kind of shit, man. I feel old. All right, next one. People tell my wife that all the damn time. It's not fair. I'm jealous. Yeah, I'm 45. I'm jealous. Hey, all right, we 45 buddies. All right, next one. Discuss raid block again and literally offer nudes if that's what it takes to get rid of this goddamned plugin. Okay, that's my note. The raid block plugin. We have two options. I think we voted on it a long time ago. Let's discuss it again. The raid block plugin doesn't work great. We've got it tinkered up pretty much to where it works enough, I guess. Yeah, we do allow streaming of the server, of course. So the raid block plugin, I can't even say that word, raid block plugin. My offer is to get rid of that plugin and have the server just go pure vanilla during PvP day. But that also means we'd have to turn off teleporting and stuff like that too to make up for it. That's what the raid block plugin is there for, is to block people from doing that kind of shit. Slash remove, auto upgrading their walls, teleporting, to their friend inside their base, that kind of stuff. I personally think it's an idiotic thing, and I think we should just turn that stuff off and get rid of the raid block plugin. Others have disagreed. Some admins agree, some admins disagree, some players agree, some players disagree. Ultimately, I do have a sinister motive behind all this too, is, as you can tell by my extensive staff that bust their ass for me here, and many other things I've tried to do around here, is I'm trying to automate and get away from the servers a little more. What that means is every single PvP day, I have to be at my PC. This is in the evening, by the way. So, dinner time, my wife, maybe she wants to go out to dinner. Maybe she wants to cook dinner. Maybe she wants to see her husband and watch a TV show, whatever. Every PvP day, I have to sit my ass at this computer to configure and set up this stupid ass raid block plugin. I have everything else completely automated for PvP day, except for that. That is the final piece of the puzzle. I paid Nivix money to make me some automation commands for the other stuff we do, like activating, the new player kits, turning off Z-level losses, all that kind of stuff. So everything else is automated except for the stupid raid block plugin. I cannot automate that, period. I have to be the one, because I have to dial into the directly to the boxes myself. I have to be the one to sit here and do it every PvP day. So I'm just being transparent here. I have a sinister motive behind wanting to get rid of that plugin, because that will finally free me from PvP day, where I don't have to sit at my computer every PvP day. Because as you all may or may not know, every wipe day, I have to take the day off of work in my real life job and sit here at my computer all day and sometimes all night for wipe day. And we have 3 of those a month, sometimes 4. So take that number and double it. If we use the raid block plugin, now there's 6 to 8 days that I have to sit at my computer to do all this stuff. So it's just irritating. And honestly, it doesn't work totally correctly anyway. Any hardcore PvPers from vanilla servers will tell you, like, oh, why can't I do this? Or why is this doing that? Or why is it's still not correct. If we got rid of that plugin and just shut down, the teleporting and the slash remove and the auto upgrading, then the server would basically just be like vanilla PvP. So I don't know. Should we put a poll up for that? Should we discuss that? I don't know. I don't know what to do. But I really want to get rid of that plugin. I may put a poll up later to get y'all's opinions on that. Matter of fact, I will. I'll put up a poll and get y'all's opinions on that. We do remove the remove. Oh, we can remove the remove command during PvP. It's part of the raid block. It gets blocked when you're raid blocked. But again, I'd much rather just get rid of the damn plugin. So we'll see. Moving on to the next one. Disbanding a clan to skirt our deployable limits and then reclaiming at the end of the wipe. Absolutely not. This is blatant disrespect for our deployable limits, which are there to prevent player client side performance lag. We don't put deployable limits out there to be dicks. Like personally, I would build a base 4 grids wide covered in Christmas trees and Christmas lights, but that would destroy the server for everybody else. If you want to do shit like that, go to the build server. But our deployable limits are out there for a reason. It's not our opinion that your deployables and the size of your base causes massive client-side issues for others. That's not our opinion. That's not something we thought up. That is directly from Facepunch themselves. Every little thing you place, and actually the more polygons it has, shapes and whatever, and the more animations it has, windmills, the more stuff it does, the more lag it causes for other players. Period. That's all there is to it. It's not an opinion. This is 100% a fact from Facepunch directly. The more players build and the more they deploy, the more it causes other players to lag. I don't know. We've tried and tried and tried. We have the deployable limits out there for that specific reason. They're not there, like I said, they're not there to be dicks. They're there so that we can try to provide a playable experience for people with all types of computers and all types of, graphics cards or whatever. Disbanding your clan so that you can avoid those deployable limits. In other words, if I can have, 10 of these as a solo player, but only 16 as a clan, we can just split our 6-person clan up and now we can have 60 instead of 16. That's bullshit. Like, come on. Like, I'm not stupid. I watch things. We have spreadsheets. If you didn't know this, we have spreadsheets that track the players, who they've been clanned with in the past, who they're clanned with now, who they team with, who they're not teamed with, who they have teamed with, what they've deployed, how many they've deployed, how many bases they have, how many TC. We track all that stuff. So we're not stupid. We know what you're doing. And honestly, like, I don't even know what to do about this. Like, I don't want to be a dick, but doing that is you're doing nothing but being selfish and ruining the gameplay for other people that may not have the best computers in the world. And all we're trying to provide is a healthy place for people to play and enjoy this game. The same goes with the base sizes. When you got a clan that's going to build 6 giant compounds all in one area, like, first of all, what's the point? Nobody's going to raid that crap. Second of all, again, you're just destroying the gameplay for other people, and there's no reason behind it. I've looked in these bases. We have a command that we can actually turn off all your walls and just see the guts of your base. And I've seen these bases that are like the size of a map grid, and then I'd hit that button to turn off the the walls, and you look inside, and it's like a 2x2 of stuff inside of a map grid size base compound that's like 10 stories tall, and 10 stories wide by 10 stories, or 10 foundations wide by 10. It's just ridiculous. So we're not stupid. We know what you're doing, and honestly, you're being selfish, and I kind of feel like you're spitting in our face by doing that. Moving on to the next one. I swear there'll be some positive ones here somewhere. Well, I got some cool stuff to show you guys tonight. How about that? That'll be positive. Hold on, I'm reading this one. Oh, okay. So my note, I'm just going to read the note. It's actually kind of funny. Why am I still typing this into meeting notes? Yes, that's how my note starts. Literally the 50th time I've had to say this. Stop keeping, quote unquote, everything I have in your main inventory. Literally clothing, some ammo, some meds, a weapon. That's it. There's no excuse to ever lose more than those things if you die and you cannot recover your corpse. We must get at least one ticket a day of help me, XYZ happened, I lost everything I had. That was everything I had for the entire wipe, just gone. My first question is always, well, why was everything you had in your inventory in the first place? Makes absolutely no sense. We provide you guys with extra large backpacks that don't drop on death. People can't raid your bases. Hell, if something's going down, you can slap a foundation in a box down and nobody can even access that, anywhere you want. So there's literally no excuse to have everything you had in your main inventory. I don't know why I have to keep saying that every single meeting, but I do. Next, raid base reload, server restarts, etc., etc. All of these are announced so much that even my wife knows about them, and she has never played a computer game in her life. So stop blaming everything else for your failure to heed the warnings. These happen every day at the same time, learn it or not. I just, again, we keep getting tickets of, oh, help, I bought a nightmare at 11:58 and the despawn. I need to get all that RP back and some of my boom. No. Yeah, all you veteran players, Zach got it right. All you veteran players at 12:01, they always go, well, here comes the complaints. Like they already know what's coming, like every single time. So listen, I literally cannot warn you anymore about server restarts or raid base reloads. If I warned you anymore, you guys would complain that it's too spammy. So every day at 5 a.m., all the servers restart. And every day at 12 and 12, all the raid bases reload. I mean, just learn it. There's nothing else I can do to get that through people's heads. And no, we're not going to recover things for you or give you your RP back. I know admins have caved to the peer pressure and done it in the past. I'm making a stand right now. That's not happening anymore. Don't get mad at them when they say no. You can come complain to me. We're not doing that anymore. The servers restart at Eastern time, so 5 a.m. And then main one restarts again at 5 p.m. Eastern, just main one. And that would be, for those who don't know, Eastern, 5 p.m. was 3.5 hours ago. Yeah, they sneak up on me sometimes too. Honestly, every day at 5 p.m., I have a screen to my left. I know I've told you guys this before that has all the servers on it so I can monitor them. Every day at 5 p.m., I'll be working or doing something. And all of a sudden I see red, and red is when a server goes offline. I see red, and I'm like, holy shit, what happened? Main one. And I'm like, oh wait, it's 5 o'clock. Never mind. So it gets me too. But the point being is, I don't expect someone to come fix it for me. It's, I should know better. I'm the one who made the damn thing, so. Okay, and the last note, this is not a test. This is not a drill. If you falsely accuse my staff of something and you do not provide proof, you will be banned from our servers, period. I've already added that to the rules. I've already discussed this in the past. We do not tolerate false accusations of admin abuse. And there's a reason for that. There's multiple reasons for that. Number one is if my admins really are, cheating or abusing their powers, I want to know, because I will ban their asses quickly. I've told the story 100 times. I've banned an admin just for using NoClip to get onto an iceberg to get out of the freezing water. Like literally gone. I don't tolerate that crap. That's cheating. So I do want to know. The problem is, though, is with these BS accusations, you're crying wolf. And if you keep crying wolf, then I'm not going to believe you when there's a real one happening. So you can't do that. And number two is that's poison to a server. If an admin is cheating, it literally poisons a server. It can destroy a server in a heartbeat. Literally overnight, a server can completely empty out and be destroyed by admins cheating or abusing their powers. So I take that very seriously, because when you do accuse one of my admins of that crap, especially in a public channel like general chat, I need to tackle that instantly, because you could destroy my server overnight with those accusations, even though they're false. So I take this very, very seriously. Again, from both aspects. One is, if you're full of shit, I don't tolerate that, because you could ruin my servers. And two, if you're not full of shit and you're telling the truth, I need to know about it, and I can't be dulled to the reports of admin abuse. You know what I'm saying? I can't have my senses dulled. I need to know, hey, if this guy's reporting that admin is abusing their powers, it's some serious shit, and I need to look into it. So if you keep lying, and again, it's probably nobody in this channel anyway, so don't take it personally, but if people keep lying and say that kind of crap, then I'm never gonna, take it seriously. And then when it really does happen, we're screwed. So this is real serious. I hate to be so negative, and my final note to be such a negative one, but I take that shit real seriously, real seriously. It will destroy a server overnight. And I take a huge risk allowing my admins to play on my server, but the reward I feel outweighs that risk, because the reward is actually my first note of this meeting is look at the response times and the support you guys get. You guys get that kind of response and support because we have so many active admins that are always on. I mean, we've had multiple players like, holy shit, there's admins here. Like, yeah, there are, because I let them play here. And by letting them play here, they're always here. So it's a double-edged sword though. I got to be careful and I can't have them cheating. So I take those kind of accusations real seriously. And don't get me wrong, if you find something, please bring it. If you want to bring it to me privately instead of a support ticket, open a support ticket and say, hey, I need to privately talk to T. I will turn on my PMs just to talk to you. I take it that seriously. So let me know. But you have to have some kind of proof. We had someone yesterday, an admin deleted my base because they wanted to give it to someone else. Like, no. So, we don't tolerate that crap. Admin of the month, Hawk. Yeah, Hawk is a great admin. No question about it. All right, so I'm at the end of my notes. Any leads have anything they want to bring up? Wait, fast as in over quickly or fast as in you talk fast? Drac, you got anything you want?
1 second. Yeah. Another thing we bring up every single meeting, folks, base sizes. It's now 24 hours before PvP day. This should be the time that I should not be able to say a single word about people's base sizes to a point. Obviously, if you're taking up an entire grid, we will still say something on PvP day or close to PvP day. I've seen probably at least 3 to 4 gigantic bases with 1, maybe 2 people in it. No one's gonna raid you guys. No one's gonna go there. They're gonna see the base in PvP day and raid the 4 little 2x2s down the road. Don't need to take an entire grid with your base. All you're doing is making it so you're throwing resources around for a reason. Second, don't build up until PvP day. We even put it in the rules. You want to build that up the 24 hours before PvP day? Cool. So you could have started today. The 2 days before? No. Because if I start seeing that, I'm going to start telling people to take it down. You're going to have just what you need to live, and leave your footprint there. And then after that, it all comes down. I don't care. So, guys, calm the base sizes down. They don't need to be that big.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Whoever's so animated, I'm done. Any other leads have anything?
Yeah, I wanted to make a note. We have put together a pretty comprehensive FAQ channel. You guys can find it on our Discord. I ask everyone, even the experienced players, to read that. We update it or try to update it as things pop up. These are the questions that are literally frequently asked. We try to word them in such a way that it makes sense to new players and existing players alike. If there's not so much a one-off question, something that can be asked of a Sentinel or one of our staff, we still want support tickets for that. We still want Sentinel tickets for that. But if there's like a recurring question, something that maybe we have a blind spot to that you think would really help out other players to see that in a single location, by all means, let us know. Shoot us a message, talk to us in game. I don't want to start a slew of support tickets, but if it's something really poignant, stick it in suggestions as an addition to our FAQ. We love getting the player's perspective on stuff like that because as admins, we don't always see everything. So any kind of feedback you guys would like to provide to us that make playing on our server more transparent for new players, or help explain a specific rule or reasoning or a recurring issue, let us know. We'd love to flesh that out more and not only help answer questions for players, give them some self-support, but it's also a great reference for admins when a player is asking a question in a ticket. We're able to link them directly to that FAQ entry. So it's a great location for us to store info, and we'd love your input on any additional info you think that we should maybe host there. And that's all I've got.
Cool. Any other leads have anything? All right. Any admins have anything? Staff, anybody?
Congrats to James for becoming an admin.
Oh yeah. And congrats to some of our new staffers too, man. Kicking ass.
Yeah, I can't remember if those staff were in the last meeting or not.
Yep. Cool. All right. Well, if no admins have anything else, we will move to the Q&A. Does anybody want to take over Mac's position of flagging people to speak since he is not here?
I can do it.
All right.
I may or may not be on the interstate right now.
Dude, you can do this and drive at the same time. Come on, let's be real. It's more important, your job as an admin or driving?
Well, the spreadsheet I'm working on is taking a lot of my attention right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
John
no.
Donovan at our last meeting. Bushwookie was not. James was.
All right. All right, let's get this party started.
Okay, looks like first up we have Epics.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, how's it going? All right, so I do have a couple of things I wanted to, like, you cleared most of it, I think, with the notes. You said earlier we were talking about the Windows shutter thing. That was me. It was and open my shutters, and I know that can't be avoided. Is there any way to lock shutters? Okay. That's cool. I only lost what was on my body. It wasn't bad. Right.
Or just
Right.
sleep.
And I'm not
Listen
complaining
to it.
whatsoever. I knew it was going to happen if that fucking window was open, but I didn't know players could open it at that point. So, and the other thing I have is the heli tower this wipe. I'm not sure if it's just this map that caused it.
There's something
Is
up with
that
the
being
heli
fixed?
tower.
Yeah, it'll get fixed.
Okay.
And I'm almost done with the brand new and improved heli tower, which is going to be epic.
Ooh,
I don't know if I ever
I
showed
like
that,
the
but
one now.
I'm completely building a new one that makes this other one look like trash. It's great.
Okay, that sounds cool. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna also. I don't have any more questions, but I was just gonna give props to like the admin team as a whole because I've had a lot of issues this month. I know most of y'all have dealt with me a lot, and a lot of y'all were there to help me, and I really appreciate it because like that's another thing you were saying about how admins, how much they break their backs trying to help people. It's great, and I appreciate all the support I've gotten from you guys. Like whether you're able to help me or not, you at least set me straight, and that was awesome. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate the feedback, man. We don't get that much positive feedback during the normal times, other than the meetings. So we definitely appreciate
Yep.
it.
Yeah, thank
Oh,
you so much, Apex.
I do have one more question I forgot.
Yep.
I put it in the meeting channel at the beginning before y'all started, but the rewards you get for attending the meeting, can I get that if I'm not home on my computer? Is there a way to get that?
I'll take care of you, Apex.
I should be
I-
leaving work in about an hour or so. So
I have
about
the
2 hours I'll be
attendance
home.
list, and he's been here since the beginning.
Plus, you're
Okay.
you're at work, and half the world doesn't want to work right now. So I'll give you.
Yep.
Cool. Appreciate it, man.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Next up we have Sebastian or Subtitan.
Hello.
Hey.
So I have a question and or suggestion depending on the answer, I suppose. The quest NPC at Outpost, is the music that plays there, is that like a vanilla feature? Is that something you guys have added custom? I'm not really sure. Okay. That was pretty much it because I went in there for the first time the other day and I'm wearing headphones. I was listening to something else. So I had my volume fairly loud and I was just like, "Oh my god, I had to throw my headphones off my head." And
It would.
It should.
It
okay.
does.
Yeah, it does.
Would that be
It
under
Go
the
to
music-
escape. Go to
Go to your
options. And, yeah, go to your audio options. It's called like Rust props or something like that.
Rust props? Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
That's all I had.
Cool.
Next we have Direwolf Girl.
Thank you for the sub, Direwolf Girl.
Cool name.
Thank you. Okay, so I actually had a suggestion that might help y'all with the base building problem.
Nuke 'em all.
That too. That would work. Nuking them all. But I know I've seen this on another server. I don't know what the plugin's called or anything, but I know that there's one that can limit foundations and how many walls you can build.
Yeah, we've looked into those.
Okay. I didn't know if y'all knew about it or not, but
Yeah.
I just figured I'd mention it.
We looked into those. We looked into ones that limit TCs, how many TCs you can have, and yada yada yada. The problem is twofold. Is one, we don't want more plugins because we have a attacking me in my background here. Hold on. By the way, if you haven't ever been on a test server, anytime you log into a test server, you're always being attacked by an animal. Anyway, so we didn't really want to waste a precious plugin slot on something like that. And on top of that, we really don't want to micromanage people. I mean, like, who's to say what that size would be? Like what we would set that to in the config. Well, what if Briscoe built a giant compound, but it was way off in the tippy peninsula in ZZ 59 coordinate of the map that was nowhere near anything and nowhere near anybody else. But then on the other hand, Morphed built a giant compound right in dead center in between launch, dome, and airfield. You see what I'm saying? So Morphs would have to go, whereas Briscoe's wouldn't, or vice versa. If Morphed had built on the corner of the map and Briscoe built in the middle of the map, Briscoe's would need to go. The point being is, I don't really want to set a concrete restriction. I don't want to restrict anybody, honestly. If I could just say, you guys go ham and do whatever you want to do, I would love to. I really would. Because I actually, believe it or not, the only time I've ever been in trouble with an admin in Rust as a player was because of my base build size. So I definitely feel you guys. But the point being is, I don't want to set a concrete limit because, again, it's all scenario based. Like this base, what might fly on the corner of the map is not going to fly in the center of the map type thing. So I really don't want to set that in concrete.
All right. Well, and then the other thing was more just, I know this wouldn't be an instant thing, but just for future, any chance of a pirate theme map? One day?
That would honestly be epic. Aliana, what do you think?
Yeah, I know you have to kind of go based off the monuments and stuff.
Oh, they're boring as hell.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel better, I am a massive pirate fan, so I will definitely have that in the back of my mind as I'm working on map stuff. Like, absolutely, I'm a huge pirate fan. Pirate fan.
Yeah, that was just one from me and Panda, just as an idea.
Yeah, that'd be great. And honestly, it would be easy to do if we could find a map that would really fit it, because the pirate theme would be mostly wood stuff, and Aliana can vouch because she works on maps with me. Is, believe it or not, wood is probably the easiest thing to damn work with. So it wouldn't be too difficult to do. We just got to find something that would really fit that theme.
Yeah.
It's already got enough stuff out there. So.
All right. Well, that was everything.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, real quick before you call on the next one, Cryo, for anyone watching the stream, I'm going to switch it over to my map editor and show you a sneak peek of the new heli tower I'm working on. I've got like this blank map that I use to work on stuff. I'm going to switch it right now to that screen. So if anybody's watching the stream, you can get a peek of the new heli tower I'm working on. It's not done yet, so don't make fun of me.
Just hey, Solo said we make fun of him.
No, you can make fun of me, just not for that.
All right, next up we have Yamazaki.
Hey, there we go.
Can you hear me? Yes? No? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, first of all, well, I want to appreciate the time and also the support that you are giving to the server. I really enjoyed, and also my partner, Heisenberg. Okay, so I think I have posted this as a single question in the chat this time, and the previous meeting I just had one answer from it, but I just wanted to hear your thoughts. And it's basically if it's possible to remove or disable the /remove command. I think I heard T-Bird speaking something about it, but really quickly, but I just want to hear the formal thoughts about it. And during the PvP day, disable that command, because especially when you raid a base and it's really covered in walls and ceilings and everything, it's really hard. And then when you stop raiding it, you will see people just coming out by removing the walls and then placing them back. I know that PvP day is not a priority for this server, but I think it makes sense to disable that command during that day.
The fairness of PvP though is important to us. So yeah, you're correct. I mean, PvP day is obviously the least of our concerns ever. But at the same time, as I always say, our main concern, other than keeping players, is players to enjoy themselves on our servers. So if that means for totally shitty experience on PvP day, then we want to do something about that. As long as it doesn't change the integrity of the server and what we're about. For example, we've had players, you guys should put team limits and stuff like that on PvP day. Well, that's a lot of policing for us to do as an admin team when PvP is definitely not our focus. So that kind of suggestion would get declined because, again, it's just not what we are here to do. But your suggestion, on the other hand, is actually pretty valid because, like I said, we want people to enjoy themselves. So correct me if I'm wrong. Honestly, I don't raid, so I don't really know how our raid block plugin works correctly or not. But it should block auto upgrading and removing of walls. The problem is if your timer runs out on that, you can just do it anyway, right?
Well, the remover tool should be turned off for combat and raid, but I'm wondering if it's its own plugin. I mean, I think it does make sense for it to be full off on PvP day, to be honest. But
yeah, that's easy to do. That's
a
easier
larger
to do.
conversation.
Yeah, so I'll add that to the poll. How about this? I'll add it to the poll. When I do the poll, I'll do leave it as is, get rid of raid block and go vanilla, which that's where my vote's going. Just little self promotion there. And I'll put a third option of leave it as is, but remove some plugins, like remove and stuff like that. How about that?
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah, regarding to the statement of the raid block, it disables it, but during 3 minutes, I think it's what the raid block lasts, right? So
Yeah, right. I think it makes sense for it to be more like the whole night rather
Yeah.
than just combat raid block. I think it currently is tied into that, but that plugin breaks it just breaks.
Plugin's
It's a
terrible.
problematic plugin. We put a lot of time into it, and it just never seems to be working quite like we want it to.
Yeah, I understand. If it's too much effort, just not big deal. But just wondering and hear your thoughts. But thank you.
Cool.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have Sharkbait.
Cool.
Welcome,
You
welcome.
guys hear me? Hey.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Well, I've got a question / request. So I don't know if this is possible, so I'm just gonna pitch it. In order to, this is based on bandit gear. So in order to wear bandit gear, you have to give up some things, like a lot of chest protection. We have to give up our tack gloves over metal kit. Is it possible to make it where we can wear gloves with the bandit gear?
That's all face punch. That's like the bandit gear itself, honestly, is normally something that's not even something you're supposed to be able to get in game. We kind of realized that people actually enjoyed it and liked it and wanted it, so we threw it in as high tier, stuff in like the nightmares and off of the possibility off of like hordes. So that's kind of one of those things that it's there. But we have no control for that.
Okay. All right. Well, that's disappointing, but I mean, I understand. So I was basically just trying to figure out whether it was a face punch thing or whether it was part of an add-on.
Yeah, no,
where you could, like,
that's
modify things.
that's literally one of the items that Face Punch has listed, and it was literally like one day it was one of those things that we sat there playing with stuff, and I was like, oh, I wonder what else I could put on, and we started throwing stuff on and got it all on, and it was like, oh wow, this actually gives a lot of protection. Like this is a lot of head protection, because we started using them in like admin. I want to say the first time we actually brought the bandit gear out, and then we decided to start throwing it into some of the loot tables for the high end stuff because it gives a reason to also go after it. So
Yeah, I totally get it. I knew that if it was based on face punch, then my suggestion would be screwed. So, but I didn't know, so I had to ask. But I appreciate it, man.
No, good question. Just nothing we can do about it.
Of course.
Alrighty,
That's pretty much
that's
my
it.
only question. So, all
Alrighty.
right,
Thank
thanks,
you.
guys.
Next we have Conlead.
He says, is it possible to have raid-based loot bags float? Trying to see the loot bags when the base is shallow and deep water can be a nightmare. I want to say Nivix was working on that.
Yeah, I
don't
think
wanna
Nivix
speak
was
out
either
of
working on
turn.
it.
Or maybe he
Either
was working
Nivix
on
was
it, but
working
it
on
wasn't
it.
working quite right, and so he had to stop. I don't know. We've had
I was gonna
conversations.
say I also remember seeing something about Face Punch actually making loot bags float, but I don't quote me on that. I'm spotty on that. But I remember Nivix talking about something trying to get that working, just hasn't. So I don't know. You know, as Eliana said, we can't really speak for Nivix at that point because we don't know. we're not Nivix, and we're frankly not code geniuses like that man is.
And next up we have Linda.
Good morning, Zombieland! How's everybody doing today? I am absolutely fantastic and happy to be here. I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to make it. I have one suggestion, or rather request. Is there any way we could put candy cane clubs in one of the vending machines in town? They're really hard to find.
Actually, the unintended, let me underline that a few times. The unintended feature that those have no durability is going to be fixed very soon. So I don't think you would enjoy them as much once that's fixed.
I mean, I use them to beat people to death during the purge. So,
Now, if you're going to beat people to death with them, absolutely. I will personally hand you one every single wipe so you can beat people to death with it.
I will
I
tell
usually
T to
go
at least
through, like-
charge a nominal amount of scrap, so at least,
Gladly.
charging.
Happily. Give me a number, I'll pay it. Like, I really, really, really go through like 3 or 4 candy canes per wipe, so...
Hell, sell him a candy cane club. Pay for our research.
Okay. Give me a number. You don't seem to understand how much I really, really want these candy cane clubs. And I'm sure there's a lot of my victims that would like to give a little bit of payback during wipe with said candy cane clubs.
Sorry, I was reading something. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any intention of adding it to the town. I don't think we really have the room for any more vending machines. We actually tried to narrow them down some.
Is there are there any spots in any of the vending machines that are already in town? You could just throw an extra slot.
No, they get capped at 6 for some odd reason.
Oh, rats!
We can poke around with it. We'll throw that. Honestly, and I say this just because otherwise, we're all, and I say this as the admin team, we're all stupid humans and forget things constantly. Throw something, suggestions, because at least it'll stay there and we could see it. And we can't lose it, put it on a post-it note, put it on a post-it note on a computer, accidentally delete it, and all of a sudden, now it's gone. So throw a suggestion in just so we have it, and that would be amazing. And then we can figure it out from there.
Awesome. Thank you very much. That was the only thing I really had.
All right, thank you.
I'm okay with that.
And right now, this is the only person left. It's Poppy. If you guys have a question you want to voice, feel free to hit the request button.
Eliana or Drake, can you handle the next question? I got to step away for 1 second.
Should be able to. It's Poppy. You should have a button somewhere. Oh, there you go.
I did indeed. Yeah, never been in one of these before. Apologise. Couple of things. One, huge shout out to the admins and the vets that have been on the server, especially for guys like myself that are pretty much brand new to Rust. My first experience all of like 6 months ago of Rust was an absolute atrocity. Didn't touch it again for 6 months. As of the last like 3 wipes, I haven't left. Literally been playing non-stop because of you guys, so I appreciate that massively. First main question, is there a way that the players, such as ourselves, can actually get involved with test servers, idea implementations and things like the monuments and stuff? If you guys run anything such as like tweaks, map fixes, anything like that, is there a way that you could just unload like 10 or so of us into a monument, into a server and just say, look, explore this grid, you've got 2 hours, find shit, break shit, see what you can do. And then it takes a little bit of weight off the admins. We can sit there at the end of it and go, okay, we found this could do with a tweak, and give you like a bit of a rundown summary or review. It takes a bit of the weight off the admins. It's something that I used to run in a previous clan of like essentially test bed ideas. We'd throw together like a tournament idea, get somebody to just go in and try and break everything. It takes a bit of weight off the admins. Yeah.
Put in a staff application. Come test all the maps.
Hey, dude, sign me up. So, here you go. This is our guinea pig map. Like, you guys see what you can do.
Hey, it's how EA does their games. We all get to be beta testers. So.
Oh my God. You compare to EA. Are you serious right now?
Have they released the full game yet, or the old beta?
At least I'm not charging you double the game to like test for me.
Just as a suggestion for that front is, I'm a photographer by trade, so a lot of what I deal with are things like contracts or written agreements. So something like, to a degree, obviously goes off trust as well. But you can say, like, if you send somebody a message saying, hey, seeing you're active this time on the server, would you be interested in testing this next server? However, these would be a list of requirements. So you could set out, say, 5 requirements, like, don't immediately prioritize that. Please be respectful of the other players and stuff. And then, like, to that degree, we'd get at least like the joy of playing on a new test server, something we've not seen before, helping you guys out. But at the same time, you've got a little bit of like reassurance that we're just not going to sort of like stab you in the back by it. So it could be sort of like, to a degree of like, okay, if you log straight onto the server in the first like 3 minutes and you go and like wipe this entire monument because you found something that you didn't tell us about, done. Because at that point you've got like your own reassurance, and we have something to lose at the same time, so there's a lot less chance, just as like the way that we used to run it.
Yeah, we could technically do it the same way we do our admins. As you guys may or may not know, our admins are not allowed to, just go jump in the custom build spots when the wipe happens. We did actually recently put in a new change to that policy where if it's been 4 days is what we're doing, Eliana?
48
Yeah,
hours.
48 hours. That's what it's 40. If 48 hours and a custom build spot hasn't been claimed yet, then an admin is allowed to go take it. Obviously, they can't go and see someone has claimed it and then delete their shit and take it like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I think we had a map where there was like one weird custom build spot nobody ever found, and we were like, "What? What the hell? Nobody found it." So we let an admin build in it, type stuff. But we could do the same kind of thing with if we had map testers that weren't admins. Like, you know, hey, for 48 hours you can't build in a custom build spot, blah blah blah. You know, stuff like that. So.
Yeah. The only other question I had was about the raid-based plugins. Was obviously there's been a couple of questions thrown back and forth, like floating raid loot and stuff like that. Is there a way that we could set? Obviously, each raid has its set area of effect. Is there a way that we could set a timer that's on like double that radius for another raid cannot spawn in here for 5 minutes, for example? Because it's happened a couple of times where like I've been looting the remnants of a base and then I've had an expert raid unpleasantly dropped upon me.
Yeah, they will. That you have to put that in the suggestions for Nivix. We have no control over that, but I can tell you why it's happening is because players are taking up all the flat land that raid bases can spawn on, and they run out of space to spawn, and they have to respawn right on top of themselves. So that is actually a player-caused problem. I know that's not a solution for you.
So yes.
Yeah. So the solution, but we just have to suggest that to Nivix to see if he can add some kind of code. But the problem is, though, where do they go then if there's nowhere else to spawn? So,
result in less raid bases in that case, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So either way, it's a double-edged sword there. But honestly, it all boils back down to the main topic of the meeting: is stop building these giant compounds.
Yeah. If that's the trade-off, then I think speaking for myself, I can live with the 1 or 2 times that it's ever happened, and even at that, the only couple of times it's happened, 9 times out of 10, I've got the majority of loot anyway. It was just sort of a passing idea.
Yeah, you should see. You should have seen it before I started adding flat raid-based no-build islands to the maps. I started doing that because of the problem, and now it still happens because people are now taking up even more of the land. So I don't know.
I feel like that's just going to be a give an inch, take a mile kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, that was everything. Thank you very much again, guys. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Epic Bro. This is going to be last call for any more requests.
Bro.
Yo.
Hello.
I'm fairly new to your server, but I was just wondering, suggestion or a question. Do you guys have or would happen to be able to get a plugin for a boss heavy? I know I've seen it in this other server where there was a heavy boss who had the same HP as like Pelly and whatnot that you could face for loot.
Where to have those?
Giggity.
But yeah, we put bosses on the maps already, and I can tell you right now, they have like the real bosses, the boss bosses have what, like 10 times the health of a normal Bradley. So they definitely fuck. They get down.
Alright, it was just a question. I'm fairly new to the server, so
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, you probably just haven't ventured that far in yet, but yeah, they're definitely some maps. I mean, hell, I think Jurassic, we had what, like 8 bosses or something,
Yeah,
or
but
mini
that
bosses.
was Boss Monster. We have to.
Yeah. But there's one of the bosses right there. She just posted in the chat. But we that's the Karen boss. We typically and when we have it's time permitting. This takes a lot of work, believe it or not, behind the scenes. Props to Aliana too. She's the one that pretty much does all the boss work. It's a lot of work because we try to theme them and we try to provide like specific unique drops that they drop that you can only get from them. Like with the Jurassic Park map, each boss was dropping like specific dinosaur themed stuff. and all that kind of good stuff. So we try to theme them and everything like that too. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I was literally waiting for his question to be done so I can address that. Yeah. Let put it this way, that you guys just saw me get rid of the walkers because I needed to make room for something else. So like we're capped out on plugins. We cannot add any more plugins. If you found a plugin that literally made my thing grow 6 more inches longer, I would not install it. Like we're capped out. We cannot have any more plugins. Although if you do come up with that plugin, I can definitely get you rich.
Yeah, T's going to uninstall Raid Bases.
Magic Dick plugin. Yeah, but we just can't do any more plugins. We are tapped out. Look, everybody wants the plugin now.
Epic, welcome to the community. Thank you for being a player on our server.
Welcome.
Yeah, no problem.
We are crazy.
That's all I had.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have no more requests. This is going to be last call for a request to speak.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the prizes and the map preview now. Is that it? We done?
It seems like it.
Good timing too. My wife will be home in 20 minutes. All right. So for those who are new to the server, this is the point where you log into game. We're gonna spread the admins out amongst the servers to hand out prizes in game. Who's going where? I'm on tests, so obviously I'm not on a server.
I'm on
Bad idea. Bad idea. And Tainted Love are on main too.
All right, so
We're at like a little shack thingy outside of
There's a
town.
bus stop right outside of town. Just come up to us and choose a line.
Yep. Okay. So there'll be 2 lines. One is for rockets. One is for paper. You decide you only get one or the other. You don't get both. Go get in line. Don't try to double dip. We have admins watching. If you double dip, you'll be banned until the start of the new wipe, which would not be very fun. Anyway, so rockets or paper. Get in the line of your choosing. Get your prize and get on about your way. No, if you're here and you're hearing me talk right now, this is somebody in the stream. If you're here and hearing me talk right now, you get a prize. You're here. So that's all that matters. Anyway, go to your respective server, get your prizes. As I always do, I'll start my map showcase stream like real mellow, just kind of flying around showing stuff. That way you guys have time to get your prizes and not miss the juicy stuff on the map stream. So you got about 3 to 5 minutes of me just flying around waiting for you guys to get your prizes. For those who aren't watching the stream, there's the link. I just posted it in the meeting channel. I will be streaming the new map, and then while I'm on the new map, I will be showcasing 2
I'm
surprises.
only really expecting Pressgate and Trippy respawn.
So yeah, admins go spread out and start giving out prizes. And I'm going to switch this over to Rust now instead of Discord. If you want your prizes in game, warp to town, and just outside of town, there's like a little bus stop. The admins will be waiting there in a single file line, blah, blah, blah. I do have dual monitors. One monitor is watching the stream. The other monitor is watching Rust. And the third monitor is watching, I don't know what the hell that is. It's like a reality show or something. I don't know what the hell that is.
Do I have another admin on me? I'm the only one on main one.
Get good, Drek.
I'm trying. I'm just not that good.
Yeah, I'm recording, so unfortunately the way I have it set up is I'll be recording this, so sorry in advance to anyone who's still watching.
Why don't you just stop recording?
Because I'm
Need the Bailey cam. I forgot about the Bailey cam. He's laying here right next to me. That's why I had to step away a minute ago. He was dragging his bowl across the house like, hey, dude, you're supposed to feed me. Like, oh, yeah. That was a custom built spot. By the way, while we're showcasing this map, give a big shout out to Aliana. She has been stomping ass on this map while I've been on vacation. So props to her on this one. This is good shit. Custom build spot means it's like a thing that players can build inside of. The things that you're not allowed to claim without making into a full base the same day. Otherwise, we come by and we delete what you claimed it with. In Yama, I'm actually a pretty good pilot, man. I fly a Robinson 44 helicopter in real life. I've got 276 hours last time I checked. So I fly in real life.
Okay, folks, you see the signs?
Yeah, I do. I fly.
Go to
through
the other one
tunnels.
and ask for the wrong thing. I'm just
I
gonna
got some
laugh.
videos of me flying in real life. I have to upload them someday.
I can't read.
Well, thank you.
Sorry, I was just fully in shock.
Admins, let me know when you're done with your prizes, and I can get to the more juicy stuff on the map. Just kind of chilling right now. Dude, my Battlefield flying is off the chain, man. Go check my YouTube channel. You'll see. You don't want none of that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think you spend the paper here or something.
Come on up if you want stuff.
We're going to the other line too.
Thank you.
No problem.
Take it off, my guy. Take it off.
I
I
think
like
main two's
fireworks
done.
early, motherfucker.
All right.
last call on main one.
Yeah, it looks like you got somebody still logging into main too.
And I believe light is done also.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything in the stream so far. I'm literally just kind of hovering around the land and stuff, waiting for everybody so I can show off the cool stuff. You didn't miss anything. I think there was like a custom build spot I flew by, but that was about it. Yes, this is Motor City. The map for the 12th. Lots of train tracks on this map, so that'll be fun. I like these elevated tracks. They're pretty cool.
So many tracks.
Yup, lots of testing. Lots of testing. Yeah, this is the new map. Oh, what do we got down here? Oh yeah. How's that progress on main one?
I think we've got one more person coming.
Okay.
I don't know. Every time I look at Drax, someone's jumping on his heads.
The bear took so many hits because my aim sucks. Take care, Tony. All right, I'm gonna start getting into more of the juicy bread and butter here on the map. Yeah, flying's a little harder in real life. Just a little bit. And unfortunately, if I stay in the seat when I crash in real life, it still crashes. Oh, God. I really like these elevated railways.
I'm just gonna say, setting that map, the railways and shit, was a pain in the fucking ass.
Yep.
It has so much fucking bullshit, dude. It's not even funny.
Yep.
So much train tracks and
Yeah, we actually already have actually I've already placed an Arctic base on the next map, which is the Force Wipe on the 3rd. I don't know if that will hold. I don't know if they're going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like I've preemptively placed one from the staging branch. So hopefully that'll be fine where it's at. I won't have to do much on Wipe Day, but as far as we know, we will have an Arctic base on the map Thursday.
This is all a giant we hope.
Yeah, we hope. No, and this is not the staging. This is not our staging test server that you're watching right now. This is just the normal. So I can't have anything in here that's not part of the game yet. This is a lot harder in the dark than it looks. especially while holding a push to talk button.
Sorry, Teal, I'm hearing is get good. Or get a different push to talk button.
I was flying through a dark tunnel with no light.
I hear the spacebar works like a really good push to talk button when you're flying.
Oh, you may press it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I just pressed it. I don't use spacebar for jump, so.
Oh, okay.
I think this,
Got
him.
I think this wipe they're adding a 1 second like cast time or whatever for that, so you don't fat finger it.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh. Hey, and still to this day, T, the best one was you and Maz flying through a tunnel, going down, and just the Bradley rolling through a tunnel and just blowing Maz up in your.
Yup. Oh God, incoming Sam. Yeah, I like the saying that sure, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, but sometimes it ends up being a fucking train. Yeah, I do have a gaming mouse. I don't even know what I have my hotkeys bound to in this game. In most games, I bind it to primary weapon, secondary weapon type things, but I don't know what I have it bound to in Rust. Oh wait, yeah, I do. I take that back. My main extra mouse button is bound to no clip, and my second auxiliary button is bound to my backpack. Actually, I can just toggle my backpack on the fly. I already have that bound, Beetle. See, watch.
I'd also like to make mention this is the man that also currently has more things bound to random keys than he knows what to do with, and has murdered people by accidentally spawning a transport copter at a party.
Hey, look, when I accidentally spawned a transport copter in a party that the admins were sponsoring, I only killed 7 people.
Only.
Only.
Okay, just making sure.
You're actually taking advantage of the fact when I mentioned you can use left, you can designate left, right modifiers on your keyboard.
Okay.
Like left shift, and left alt, right alt. Continue.
That was a pretty cool looking oil rig, wasn't it? All right, let's get into the heart of the map now. Obviously not going to show you guys everything, but show you some of the juice up here, and then I'll show you the 2 surprises I have. Sumi or somebody, was anybody coming over here to help me with that other surprise?
Sorry, I'm currently at work
Oh,
actually.
you're at work. Adopted, are you coming?
Yeah, I can come over.
Gangsta, son.
Yeah, my bad. I'm at work. I'm trying to keep my fucking kitchen alive.
It's all good, man. Adopted's a gangsta.
Test 1 or 2?
2.
Sounds good.
Alana, we can have a Bradley going down this bridge? We need to.
I don't know. I don't know if Tainted made one. He's one who's been doing all the Bradleys this time so far.
Oh.
I haven't made any more.
I made a lot of space for Bradley there.
Yeah, I haven't made any more until you were done moving stuff, because I know you made like a tunnel opening for one and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of letting you get a little farther with your taking down your entity counts before I did anything else.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done with that. Now it all goes back up again.
Cool.
Yeah, this map's tight. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I wish I could play. Yeah, we haven't got to the NPCs yet. There's not any NPCs done on this map yet. Oh shit! I ran out of fuel. We don't have stack sizes on test 2, so my fuel stack was not what I am used to. That's funny.
Submit a ticket. We'll get you the resources back for your mini.
Right, admins. I swear I died. I had everything I've ever farmed in my entire life on there, even my 401k from real life. I need you to refund it all. Okay, well, I guess we can get on to showcasing one of the surprises, right? Did anything miss anything special I needed to show on the map?
I just loaded it in.
There's still stuff to explore and stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to give it all away.
We'll let it be a secret.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, we still haven't turned third person on. Hit F.
What happened?
I said we still haven't turned third person on. Hit F.
I don't like third person.
I know, but they can't see what you're doing. Just look at your no clip.
Yeah, but that's what third person looks like.
Not for me.
It does for me.
Push F3 again.
Wow, mine goes like all the way in the back.
Same.
Yeah.
And now I gotta come and like do a flyby so that they can see what it actually looks.
Well, why don't you come in here and fly, and I'll watch you. Or adopted.
Adopted can't fly.
I've never flown one, but we'll give it a shot.
These jetpacks are kind of hard, actually.
There's some
I gotta
finesse
try
to
this.
it. I've had a little bit of practice at it, so give me a second. I'm spawning the world. I'll show you
All
guys
you.
the way.
Do it.
It's gonna take a second.
Let me know when you're logged in, and I'll switch over to watch you.
You know, Kate, I've never tested that actually. I don't think you can. There's a lot of things to tinker with still, including the actual way that it moves. We may actually mess with that a little bit because you can see it's kind of floaty when you're in the air. There's not like a lot of drop. You just kind of, it's almost like you're on the moon. So we really have to take some time to balance this to our server and to make sure that it works with our current plugins.
By the way, just know it will take fuel and stuff like that. Like, don't think the plugin's going to be exactly like I'm showing you right now. This is just in the testing server.
T, what are you testing? I'm sorry.
Huh?
What are you testing?
Jetpack.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
All right, I'm here. All right, T, I'm here.
Okay. Oh, there you go. You're like fucking Rocket Man over here.
I hit my head.
This shit's pretty fast.
Yeah, it is pretty quick.
Yeah, it's going to take fuel, but I don't even. We don't even decided if it's going to take low grade. I mean, we may use blood as fuel. Like, we haven't decided yet. We may make it. We use RP to buy the jetpacks. We literally have not finalized any of this yet. Anyway, so that's one plugin I wanted to showcase to you. The other thing I'm going to showcase, give me a second to get set up here. Adopted, let me go find a, if you want to come to me, I'm just going to put paste a base down or something real quick. Oh God.
That scared the shit out of me.
Right. You might want to go. You might want to go out on the TC.
All right, we're
Are
good.
you on the TC? Let me delete these. Let's delete these traps off the roof real quick. Oops, I deleted a roof piece. Looks like I wasn't the only one. All right. We cool?
Yeah.
Let me get kitted out. Hold on. All right. Let's rock. Hope everybody's watching. I'm still in Dan Vanish. Oops. I'm leaving God mode on because I'm a sucker. Oh God. It's official. Hello.
I don't know if I'll be able to damage since we weren't on the team before.
Should be able to. Hello. Come on out. Oh God. Should have done expert. This is too easy.
Okay.
You did do expert.
I only did hard for the actual event.
Oh, you did expert for the base.
I'm gonna vanish for a second so that I can show people without them shooting at me. You can still fight them. I'm just showing people what they're doing. Where'd you go? Did you stop fighting?
I'm just in Vanish.
Oh, okay. I should have spawned a base with damn auto turrets to help us out at least. Figures I spawn one without auto turrets.
It would be epic if it's random. Like if your base meets certain criteria, you just get rated. That'd be fucking incredible. Are you kidding?
Yeah, it would be. But now this is a command that you type. As you can see, there's multiple waves. So there's easy, medium, hard, expert, and nightmare. Obviously, each one has harder NPCs, more tiers, more waves of NPCs, more NPC. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I did, this is a hard, I just did right here. If I did it easy, there would be like a third of the NPCs and a third of the waves. The longer, if you win, if you survive all the waves, your base survives it, then you get a prize. If the NPCs make it to your TC and destroy your TC, then you lose. As you can see, they are not a joke. And yes, auto turrets and stuff will harm them, so you can defend your base with auto turrets and shit too.
You should do a nightmare. You should spawn a nightmare and then do the
Yeah, I need
nightmare
to go spawn
difficulty.
another base. Let me reload the plugin. Hold on.
Yeah, they do not play around either. They will destroy anything.
All right, I just reloaded the plugin. Adopted. You know any base that has a lot of auto turrets on it? Jesus Christ, they fucking cored us, man.
Yeah, they do not
Try,
play.
try like 6 or 7 on the nightmares.
All right, I'm on the north side of the map. Oh wait, that's not good enough. It's got too many trees. Oh, we can do it right here on this edge. Oh, that might not be big enough for a nightmare. Check this island down here. Yeah, this might work. It may be a crooked. No, it's got a damn cave. I'm just back to where we started. I'm going to delete this base. And take another one. As you guys can see, we have not made the raid base islands yet like we normally do.
Just come to me. It's pretty flat over here.
All right.
That's an interesting question, T. Do you think players are going to be able to build a different base to grind or to do that event?
What do you mean?
So, like, you have your main.
As long as you're so what the way it works is whoever's off on the TC gets to take part in the event. So you can build a base just for this. Like, just make sure you're off on the TC, and you can start the event. We're gonna have a huge cooldown on this. Huge cooldown.
Okay.
So people don't cheese it and game it and just abuse it to farm RP and prizes. There's also a cooldown on the time that you've been off on the TC. These cooldowns, we're talking like a day or two. Like a huge cooldown. So you can't just like invite your friends over. Hey, off on my TC, let's do this real quick. Like, it's got to be something for real. All right. What base did you say adopted?
I don't know, like 6 or 7 on the nightmares. Yeah.
Cool. It's got some auto turrets.
There you go.
Problem is they're not going to come with any guns in them because it's not a raid base's paste. It was just a regular paste.
If
we
you
can
want to
throw some guns in these outer ones and just turn them on. Like, throw some guns and ammo in there.
Yeah.
And just turn them on real quick. Like, and we just turn them on with the Uber tool. We don't get to wire them up or nothing. These people are watching to see a show here. Let's just throw some 249s in there with a bunch of ammo. And
yep.
What the fuck is ammo? There it is. No, it does not despawn the base if you when you do this. It's not like raid bases where it despawns it. Oh, I got to alt on the TC here. Don't power them on yet until I alt on them, by the way. Otherwise, they'll shoot me.
Yep.
Actually, I'm just going to run around and alt on them all first. You're in Vantage, by the way. Not that it matters. All right, Jesus. Threw some ammo on that son of a bitch, didn't you? We don't have stack sizes. We don't have stack sizes on here. That's right. We'll go around and start turning these on then, since you're putting shit in them. Have you already out on these?
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not getting shot, so
That's a bonus. Guess it wouldn't really matter if you're in God mode anyway. So. Especially if you're on top of the base defending it. All right, so we got turrets. We good? I'm not even worried about the upstairs one.
I'd like to say we're good, but we're not good.
Oh, so you want me to do the nightmare event?
I'm telling you, you were not good.
Yeah. Like I can 100% say you are not good for that.
Okay, I haven't tried the nightmare one yet. So let me off on these up here. All right.
We're not good.
Yeah.
Well, we still have to tweak the settings on this. You know?
Oh yeah.
You sure you don't want me to just do an expert?
Not just do a nightmare. We gotta show them.
All right. Well, that's not how it's going to be though, because we still have to tone that down.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Aliana, you going to help defend it? Gangsta. Let's show some of our players what losers we are. Oh, I'm in Vanish. Oops. Real cheat mode there.
Where they at?
They're coming. The nightmare ones have a longer delay between the waves to give people time to heal up and repair.
God mode? Oh my god.
I mean, maybe. We're doing a nightmare with 3 people. You got to be in God mode.
You can say out of God mode real quick. You can be the test dummy.
Hey, go ahead and get out of God mode. Show them your elite skills.
That's being
If
smart.
you're willing to die, then
You know you're saying about, oh shit, here we go.
I should probably turn my game sound on.
What? I can't hear you.
I'm running too many things. I've got Rust Edit open and this and my OBS.
Using explosive rounds?
I am, yes.
Doesn't matter what you use. I'm sorry, but you can call Jesus Christ for all they care. I'm not even kidding.
That poor M2.
That Hazzy just tanking it, not even caring.
That was a clip of an M2 to the face, dude, and no fucks given.
Maybe some of these big bases will finally get raided.
This is fucking crazy.
Like how I am currently dying at 1 frame per minute.
Yeah, I'm at 2 frames.
Yeah, it's my fault.
It's just
I
after
got
the screenshots now, not even fighting them.
Well, somebody put instant ammo in the turret.
I just started spamming what I had on me.
They're all shooting at adopted sleeping body.
Am I still alive?
Yeah, I think so. They're still shooting at adopted.
I heard a rocket go off.
There's a couple rockets.
Yeah, just a little bit. Oh my god.
Wow.
And they throw C4, satchels, grenades, and rockets.
Yep.
Yeah.
They just won. They hit the TC.
Did they really already?
Yep, they got TC. They cored on through right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the stream is delayed. Yeah. Forgot about that.
Yeah. TC was right there, I think.
Yeah.
Did they specifically target the TC?
Yeah, they go.
Yeah, they try to core their way to it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
matter.
so
Sorry.
that was there's Eliana's dead body.
I crashed. I had too many things open. I shouldn't have.
Yeah. Also, one other thing, we're probably gonna. I had it set to 2, but I'm probably gonna limit it to 1. Where amount of events that can be going on at once on the server, because that definitely could get pretty laggy, especially if it's done in a populated area. And just for those watching, other people that are not part of the event cannot harm the NPCs, and the NPCs will not attack them. So don't try to like grief people by doing one of these next to their base. It's not going to harm them, and they can't harm the NPCs. And again, this is also just a prototype. If we find major exploits or major bugs that we can't get around, then we may not actually end up using this plugin at all. So just wanted to show you what's in the works, just so you know that we are always trying to find new and fun things for you guys to do. Again, it's not concrete. We don't know for sure if we're even going to use this yet, but if it's gotten far enough that I'm showing you and that we're trying to configure stuff, then at least it's a thought, like we're definitely considering it. Yes,
Is
all
this
builds
like
must.
the PvP event that the players can start, where the event will not start if another player base is too close?
No, they just spawn and attack your base, but they won't harm other bases. They won't attack other bases. Blah blah blah.
Okay, so you can end up in the bubble, but you'll be fine.
Yeah, there is no bubble, so yeah,
No.
no bubbles. Anyway, so I guess the stream is over. I don't know anything else I need to show really, without giving away everything that's on the map. I love all the trains and tunnels. That's my favorite. Like riding a train through this broken skyscraper is gonna be pretty fun. You guys may find me just randomly riding trains around the map.
It was fun testing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I bet it was.
there's
I was
just-
riding one earlier when I was waiting for the meeting to start.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for coming.
Then the rails go underground. They go above ground. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I guess that is it. I'm gonna go ahead and shut down the stream. Thank you everybody for coming to the meeting and for watching the stream, and hope you guys enjoyed it. See y'all later.